Listen, I will forever be against baby mama culture as a young black American woman because that disease is something that affects my community the most. And for those of you who like to come into my comments and believe that marriage does not matter, I swear to God, I really want y'all to just run into a brick wall super fast and just pass out.
Ooh wee! These ladies are not gonna like this one.
Oh, Mr. Tyrone. I just gotta get freaky for you because you love the hoes.
I don't care if they don't like me. I came here to stunt. Yeah. I don't care if they don't.
Well, what's good, everybody? So today we are discussing a video. Make sure you like the video. We're going to be discussing a video that I came across on Spiritual Word, and then through Spiritual Word I went through Poetic Style. Shout out to their platform on Instagram. And this particular woman, I don't know what her name is, but she is discussing to women, going off on the baby mama culture, saying that, you know, the best thing that you can give to a kid is a father that actually wants them. This is a very interesting video, and it has two parts, and so we're going to break them down individually, thoroughly. Alright, so without further ado, let's get into it.
Listen, I will forever be against baby mama culture as a young black American woman because that disease is something that affects my community the most. And for those of you who like to come into my comments and believe that marriage does not matter, I swear to God, I really want y'all to just run into a brick wall super fast and just pass out. Y'all make me sick. Like, oh my God. Oh my God. You cannot sit here and tell me that marriage doesn't matter or marriage doesn't have an effect when 75% of black children are raised in single parent households. Or I'm sorry, fatherless homes. Let's just call it what it is. And 1 out of 4 black women are only to get married. That is a big problem because what affects you the most, more than race, more than economic class, more than education, is whether or not there is a father present in the household. I don't know why that is so hard for y'all to comprehend, but it matters.
Why is it so hard for them to comprehend? Like, when you deal with these type of women that feel like they can do bad all by themselves, they don't need a man, they don't need to be in a committed relationship with a man in order for them to raise a proper and functional child. Why is that? And, you know, people can use the argument,
well, in other races, there's fatherless households as well, and black men are always for their children.
That's not the basis of this argument. Throughout all the communities and throughout all the cultures of civilizations, throughout different societies within this world, for some reason, we have been duped to praise, to advertise, to promote, to condone, to normalize single parent households. To such an extent that we don't even look past it whenever people like Old Navy or Target or Amazon or whatever the particular business might be, of just naturally, well, Rugrats as well, just naturally and just making it seem like it's natural for black children to be raised in single parent households, for a black woman to raise children all by herself because she couldn't keep a committed relationship with a man, because she couldn't find a proper partner, a mate to be with. She's not capable of doing that. That's what it shows, that the black woman is not capable of keeping a man. She's not capable of keeping a household together. That's what it shows. It shows to the black man that he's not capable of being committed to a woman, of staying down for a woman, of actually properly being committed to the point of marrying a woman and then having children. It looks bad on both ends for black men and black women. On this end, we have this lovely, beautiful black woman who is giving the smacketh down to women who advertise and promote and think it's normal to condone the behavior of baby mama culture. Within baby mama culture, you have the byproduct of dysfunctional, hyper-emotional, and violent, vigilant black men. You have black men who do not know what it means to be a man. They do not know a man when they see one. You have black women out here who are chasing after the men who don't know how to be men. And all their influence of what is deemed as alpha or what is deemed as feminine comes from the television screen. So a man thinks that if he sag his pants and he looks like the average popular rapper, that that's what it means to be a man. And that their relationship goals is something of Offset and Cardi B. And I don't mean to talk down on Offset and Cardi B, but you know how many times Offset cheated on Cardi. Celebrities are their relationship goals instead of what happens in the household, instead of grandma and grandpa, because they can't look within the household for a positive influence. They have to look outside, and that is just very, very disheartening. There's no reason for us as a culture to condone such dysfunctional and deconstructive behavior. Now, somebody might come on my platform and be like,
But you promote 304s, and 304s are the byproduct of single mother households.
now I don't know the stats for 304s coming from two-parent households or single-parent households. I've known 304s from both. But even on top of that, to be promiscuous has nothing to do with a particular culture. People are going to be promiscuous throughout any civilization, throughout any society, throughout nature alone. So to just be promiscuous, to have multiple partners, and to just be sexual is just you. So miss me with the BS. That's not how it works. For a woman to be promiscuous and live her best life and just do her individually and do it properly and also, maintain her body, being very, productive of who she sleeps in bed with, having safe sex, that is what a proper adult have. I mean, that's what a proper adult does. Whereas if you have a woman out here who's just out here being like Sukihana or just going wild, going berserk, and don't care about her body, don't care who up inside her, just hopscotching and leapfrogging from dingling to dingling raw because they don't feel good when the condom's on, and now you get knocked up by 5 different men. That is not constructive. That's not the holy harlot. That's called a raggedy, ratchet 304.
And as a woman with no children, the best gift that I can give my kids is a father who actually wanted them. As a father who was legally committed to their mother. In the household, present. Raising our children together under one roof. There is nothing cute about giving a man a child who didn't think that you were good enough to give a ring to. And for those of you who still like to believe that marriage is just a piece of paper, marriage doesn't matter, I'm going to end that conversation today. Do you all remember the movie Diary of a Mad Black Woman? And when Charles got shot and he was god awful to his wife Helen, but he was with the mistress. And when he got shot, the mistress wanted to cut off Charles' life support, but Helen wanted to save him. And she had the right to do that because she was legally his wife.
And this is something
that just goes to show when real life issues
I completely do not understand when it comes to red pill content, because it's not just with the women, it's with red pill content as well. But you're starting to hear women out here say that they don't care about getting married, they don't care about having a ring on their finger or having a certificate for being married, and they don't want to finalize their love. They don't want to make their love official in terms of like a business deal. You know what I'm saying? People want to play semantics and talking about it's the love that makes it committed and all that type of stuff. Maybe in other cultures, maybe in your own fantasy world. But in this society, for you to officially be committed to somebody, it shows in deed, in action and in deed. So for the ladies out there talking about you can do battle by yourself or that you don't have to be married to it. I mean, there's some women out here who they got kids by somebody and they've been their boyfriend or they've been their girlfriend for like 5-6 years, 7. He just starts to engage. Why didn't he engage before y'all had your first child? Why didn't y'all get married before y'all had y'all first child, second child? It took 4 kids. Now he wanna put a ring on it. I think she's the one, bro. Really? You didn't think about whether or not she was the one when you was up inside that? Busting, knocking them ankles loose. You didn't think about that. You didn't think about whether or not she was going to be the one. You was over there raw dogging at her. Legs behind her. I'm talking about just one leg up, one hand on lace, other hand on neck. Like, what? Over here calling you daddy? That don't make sense. That's not, something's not adding up to me. Something's not correlating. It don't make sense to me. She's right. The best thing that a woman can give to her children is a father that is there for them, a father that wants them, that cherishes them, and a father in the household. Because some of these women really be running men off. That's another topic for another day. Nonetheless, when it concerns the basis of marriage, when it concerns the basis of relationships, when it concerns the basis of commitment in the black community, even though it's not the majority, but we seem to not have the advantage, or rather the control, on what we see and what influences us to push and promote and advertise and normalize single parent households. We know that the system played a big part in this. We know that the system played the part in taking the fathers out and deconstructing and dismantling the black family. At this point in 2023, it's no longer the system. It is a program that we continue to push on and keep active. That is what is going on. You ever hear, don't ruin a broke thing, or don't change what is broken? That's what happened. They instilled a program from 40 to 50 years ago into the black community, into black families, and we have been pushing it instead of understanding and realizing that this program is no longer constructive. This program is actually doing a disservice to us. It's like this AI robot that was taking shelves off and putting them down, or putting boxes on the shelves, or stuff like that. When the AI robot realized what its purpose was to do, it immediately shut down. It yeeted itself. For some reason, we can't deconstruct, or for some reason we can't deprogram from whatever has been instilled within us. And a lot of us just won't, unfortunately. A lot of us are going to continue to push on and, spread generational curses. I hate to say it, but that's reality. You don't have to do that. You don't have to be that person. But for the majority, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to be a part of the stats? Are you just going to be another stereotype? Or are you actually going to make a change? Like, when will it stop? When will enough be enough? When will you actually sit down and be like, I can no longer condone this? When can you sit down and be like, I actually want to have a family, and that I need to really be careful on not just who I'm in bed with, but having safe sex. I need to actually, really reconsider this particular person, because he might set me up. Some women don't even think that far. They be checking the dude, thinking he all nice and dandy, he got swag, he's smooth, and he don't even think twice about him being inside you. He don't even think twice about going up inside you. He don't want to wrap it up. He don't want to pull out when he about to nut. The man doesn't think about your life, because he knows in a second he can dip. He knows that this commitment, this relationship that y'all might have, is not even going to be long term. He already foresees it. He already knows she ain't about it. She not even, up on her feet. Cause if she get knocked up, she's not gonna hold it down. She's not gonna hold me responsible. Why? Because he gonna run off. He gonna do his own thing, and then who gonna raise the child? Who's gonna raise little Sean? Mama, grandmama, auntie, and my sister. And then what? We got another Thugalicious out in the streets. Lord have mercy. Y'all let me know in the comments below. Concerning black families and black women as well, this counselor, though, was going bonkers, and I had to put him in his place. Alright? You do not want to miss this video. Alright? Make sure you like the video. Share this with a couple of people or two. Y'all can have a conversation on your own. And I'll see y'all in the next one.